Ready to elevate your credit understanding and score? With insider tips and a plan, you can take action to improving your score, which can save thousands in unnecessary finance charges. Let's tackle today's topic with your coach, Credit Christy.
Hey, it's Christy, your credit coach. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode. Today, let's talk about Experian Boost. I'm seeing a lot of their commercials out there. I'm hearing them show up in other podcasts I'm listening to. So Experian is spending a lot of money to let you know that they have this program available. So let's talk about what Experian Boost is. It is a free service through Experian, which is one of the 3 largest credit reporting bureaus. So it's a free service that allows you as their consumer to add additional information or data to your credit history. And it comes with the goal of improving your FICO score. So first and foremost, they say on their website, results vary. And because your payment history makes up 35% of your total score, it's a great idea to add additional accounts to report on your behalf if you have thin credit. So what does thin credit mean? Thin credit means perhaps you're a little bit younger or you've just recently started in creating your credit profile. So if you only have a few trade lines reporting on your credit report, this might be a really great thing to do. So for most people, your rent payment is not reflected on your credit report, nor is your cell phone bill, your utilities, or insurances that you pay. But you can add a few of these to your Experian profile by linking Experian to your bank account. If you pay your utility bills, cell phone, cable, those kinds of things on your credit card, then this will not work for you because it does link to your checking account. So if these things are in your name and you're paying it through your bank account, you can actually have your utility bills, so your electric, your water, your cell phone bill, cable bill, and all of those video streaming plans that you have. So HBO, Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, all of those can report as an on-time payment to your Experian. So the average score improvement actually goes up 12 points by utilizing this service. And again, it's free. So we've talked about the pros. So the pros of utilizing Experian Boost is that if you have very thin credit, you can appear to have more trade lines reporting on your credit profile, and therefore it should improve your credit score. So what are the cons to the Experian Boost program? Well, the cons are if you pay your utilities and those other bills mentioned on a credit card, this won't help you at all. And you're also giving access to Experian to see what's happening in your checking account. I don't know about you, but I'm not really comfortable with sharing that much information to a credit reporting agency that is collecting data. Why would I want to give them more data if it's not necessary? And just know that ultimately they want to sell you their identity theft protection. So if they can give you this free tool to improve your credit score and to be able to tap into your credit profile as to how Experian is viewing your credit profile, they're ultimately trying to sell you this identity theft protection, which comes at a cost of $19.99 a month. And while we're talking about the cons with Experian, I do want to share that they were the reason for the largest data breach in history in 2017. So this massive data breach, which involved a leaking of information of 147 million Americans, your very sensitive and personal data. Yeah, that happened. So whether you are a customer of Experian or not, they are the holder of all of that information, that all of your trade lines that you pay, your mortgage, your car payment, your credit cards, they all report to Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax, which are the 3 largest, although there are literally dozens and dozens of credit reporting agencies. They're the big 3. And this massive data breach exposed really personal information, like I said, of 147 million Americans. So it was a security exploit on the Equifax server. And the information that was exposed about potentially you was your first and last name, your social security number, your address, and your driver's license number. So let me ask you, what more information might someone need to steal your identity but your name, social, address, and driver's license number. Y'all, this is terrifying to me. And you know what happened? Experian got a little smack on the hand. A lawsuit where people who had their identity stolen were basically hung out to dry, and Experian offered their identity theft protection for free for life. But this instilled a lot of fear in people that were hearing this headline. And you want to know what the result was for Experian? The opposite of what I thought should have happened. Their identity theft protection went through the roof. They sold so many of these because of the fear of people getting their identity stolen. So for the company who should be protecting our personal information, this actually created really big sales for them to pay for that protection. And then more recently, because that happened in 2017, more recently in 2020, Experian South Africa was involved in a data breach where 24 million South Africans and 800,000 businesses had been exposed with their very important and sensitive information. So anyway, that was a little bit of a rabbit hole, and I got a little off track. And if you'd like to know more about the Equifax data breach of 2017, the largest in the history of the world, let me know by sending me an email at questions@creditchristie.com. If I see there's any interest on this topic, I'll make that a future podcast episode. Hey, let's connect on social media. You can find me at Credit Christie on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. I'd love to connect with you there, and thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, my friends, stay well.
Subscribe now and share with a friend to stay in the loop for new credit content and insider tips to maximize your credit knowledge. And follow Credit Christie on Instagram.